Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name's Janelle and I make both faith-based and lifestyle content here on YouTube. I just bought this sweater. I was in Miami bringing my grandma up for my graduation and I stopped by the thrift store and picked up this little sweater and I think it's so cute. Like, it's kind of like grandma. It's also kind of dorky, but I think it's adorable. So anyway, today I have a very exciting update, which you already saw from the title. I officially am debt free. I feel great, to say the least. I've talked a lot about these numbers and things already in other videos, but now I'm just going to talk about everything from start to finish and go from there. I don't know how much it was total. I know that my master's degree was $18,000. My car loan was about $14,000, and I also had undergraduate loans as well, and my previous car. So I had a lot of debt in the last 7 years. 2017 is when I took out my first loan, and I also didn't pay any when COVID hit and we had loan forgiveness and no interest and stuff. So there was a long period of time where I wasn't paying them, and there was a long period of time where I was just paying the minimum. It was only in the last year that I started attacking my debt and realizing this is something I don't want. And I'm saying I realized, but really I attribute all of this to the Lord being saved, because I just didn't see it. I didn't care about my debt before I was saved, and now I'm in a place where I read in the Bible, don't owe anybody anything. Like, why am I living lavishly? I was never living lavishly, but why am I buying things that I technically can't afford? And I really started to see that in a different light. And again, I just owe it all to God, because it wasn't until I was like, God, take a hold of my finances and show me what to do with them, that I realized, okay, it's time to pay off my debt. And I told myself that in the year of 2024 that I would work to become debt free. And right at the end, I did that. It was not just a matter of restricting myself and learning how to live on less. I have changed for the long haul. I'm gonna be honest, things that kept me motivated were watching other people on YouTube that either do tiny living, van life, frugal living. Obviously, there's a lot of these people that are not doing this by choice. Some people do van life because it's trendy and they want to travel, and that's just their choice. And then I also watched other people that were actually struggling to make ends meet. But regardless of who I was watching, I was learning how to live on less and getting tips from other people, and it just kept me going, seeing that other people can do it, and it became kind of fun. And I want to make it clear, my income was never over $55,000. That was my absolute max. My minimum was $39,000, and now I'm somewhere in the middle. I've never had a six-figure income where I can just attack all this debt super quickly with my paychecks and stuff. I decided to find a side hustle, which was reselling. And I also don't like to think that I came up with the idea to resell, because I also see this as a blessing of abundance from God. I did not know about thrifting. I was spending retail money on everything. I did get my college going out outfits at Plato's Closet, so I did like that. I used to take my clothes there and then buy clothes from there, but I never knew that there were thrift stores that had nice stuff. Reselling was something I'd never even heard of, and the way that happened was I found a Christian YouTuber, she thrifts, I found another thrift person, I started thrifting for myself and realizing, whoa, I can change my wardrobe really cheap, because I was in the transition of wanting a more modest wardrobe, and I mean, clothes are expensive and I'm trying to pay off debt, so I'm like, man, I want to change my closet, but I also don't want to blow thousands of dollars. So I started thrifting for myself, and my fiance was like, wow, well, you can really turn this into something. Then on YouTube I stumbled upon a reseller, and the rest is history. I'm now sitting on a ton of inventory. I've profited hundreds of dollars a month, and I've used that to pay my debt off. And I cannot say that God did not give me, I'm looking at 8 bins of clothes and I've never lost a penny. I mean, that is abundance right there. That does not come from me. That comes from the Lord for sure. All my life I've been I don't know what I love. I don't have a hobby. I don't have a passion. And I have always loved working with clothes. I'm one of those people that actually enjoyed working retail, and if they paid enough, I would totally do it for life. I loved retail. I like talking to people. For some reason, I like folding clothes, as weird as that is. I love organizing, putting things away at home, so doing that in the store was fun. So now I feel like I'm doing that, but on my own time, on my own schedule. All that to say, if you are looking to pay off your debt or save for something, I will tell you a couple things that I didn't do that would have probably helped even more. And one of those is, if you are reselling or have a side hustle that you are doing in order to pay off a certain loan or a certain debt, I suggest getting a separate bank account. I wish that I ended up doing a separate bank account for reselling so that that money in that card only goes to sourcing new inventory and paying off my debt, because I had it combined with all my bills, with my like salary, full-time job, and it started to get like muddled. Like I don't know how much I got from reselling, and I'd like to put that all down into my loans, and I don't know, it just wasn't as clean cut as I wish it would have been, so that's something I do recommend. Another thing is, if your income is even lower than mine, don't be discouraged. There are things that I could have done to save even more. I could have gotten some groceries at Dollar Tree. I mean, I do all my shopping at Aldi, I talk about it all the time, but I could have looked for weekly deals. I could have only shopped deals. I could have watched other people online that have like frugal living meal type things. They're out there. I could have meal prepped. I could have eaten out less than I did. We barely ate out, but I could have done even less if I had to. Gas. I could have looked up on like these gas apps, Gas Buddy, whatever, which gas station has the cheapest gas. I didn't do those things. There's ways to cut your costs even more than I did. I kept Spotify. I could have deleted that and just used YouTube to listen to music or podcasts. There's other subscriptions you can cut, but I cut every other subscription. I really want to encourage you, if you have any kind of debt, to just challenge yourself, because it's actually fun. Like, it's actually fun to be like, let me use up what I have. Let me not buy new things when I still have the old. Through that, I also had more of a spiritual change. I felt more gratitude for what I did have. Why am I seeking more and more? Well, it wasn't just a financial like debt payoff thing. It was a lot of humbling of myself, a lot of learning about what's important, how to spend only on what's truly important and not just spend carelessly. I feel like I've gained like real valuable lessons from this. So I'm glad I had debt. I'm glad I found the Lord when I did. I'm glad that I had a job through all of this. Obviously, like, I want to look at all the good, because yeah, I just wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God. I promise, like, if you really prioritize it, it'll happen. Just last year, I had tens of thousands of dollars in debt, and I don't make a lot of money. Like, this is, you know, I don't know. My graduation and debt payoff happened in the same week. I need to get back to work in 1 minute. So I'm gonna wrap this up, but anyway, I just wanted to share that update with you because I've talked about my debt journey on here, and it's just a really big milestone. I want to make sure moving forward that I'm smart with my money. I don't want to spend on things I can't afford unless there is a big emergency situation. Just feeling really blessed and really good. If you are feeling selfish with money, or you're struggling financially, or you have some financial goals, I really encourage you to just take it to God. Like, that's it, and you won't be led in the wrong direction. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you have not already, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye.